4. A little faster. Good morning and welcome, Unity of Walnut Creek. How you all doing? It's so great to see you here. Happy Mother's Day! Sending love to all the mother energy in the room and at home and outside. All right, we have Joanne Finn. Woo, and the band. Please rise, embody your spirit. Join us in singing Mother Spirit. Here we go. 2, 3. I am one with the whales and the dolphins in the sea. I am one with the clouds in the sky. I am one with the eagle in the highest tree. In the arms of the mother I abide. A little bit faster. I am one with the whales and the dolphins, yeah, see. I am one with the clouds in the sky. I am one with the eagle in the highest tree. In the arms of the mother I abide. Here's the other part. Mother Spirit, Mother, life that fills us, love that gives us birth. And do that again. Mother Spirit, Mother, life that fills us, love that gives us birth. Do either part now. I am one with the whales and the dolphins in the sea. I am one with the clouds in the sky. I am one with the eagle in the highest tree. In the arms of the mother I abide. Keep that going. I am one with the whales and the dolphins in the sea. I am one with the clouds in the sky. I am one with the eagle in the highest tree. In the arms of the mother I abide. One more time. I am one with the whales and the dolphins in the sea. I am one with the clouds in the sky. I am one with the eagle in the highest tree. In the arms of the mother I abide. In the arms of the mother I abide. One more time. In the arms of the mother I abide. Beautiful.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. My name is Bob Hardy.
And I'm Laurel Patterson, and together, of course, we're Laurel and Hardy. We welcome you to Unity of Walnut Creek.
We want to greet and bless everyone who is watching online. Your presence adds to our spiritual community. We are grateful you are with us. Thanks for joining us. Please join me in welcoming also our featured musician, Joanne Cosmos Finn. Yay! We have Tyler on keyboards, Dusty on bass, Dan on drums, and Lisa is our Unity song leader for today. Thank you for your musicianship today.
And we welcome back Reverend Kristen today. She will deliver our message entitled Becoming Godmothers.
Yeah. Before we begin, I invite you to turn your cell phones to silent or stun as we enjoy this sacred service together.
And take a deep breath, and let us be grateful for the land that our center rests upon. This is Bay-Miwok and Ohlone land.
And we honor the Bay-Miwok and the Ohlone people of today, and are grateful for those who stewarded this land before us. We commit to taking care of these sacred native grounds and Mother Earth.
Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Our vision for the world is, and let's say this together, we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness.
Our mission is who we have come here to be. Together, we are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And our core values, of course, are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
And if you're here for the first time, and if you're willing to, would you please raise your hand so that we can give you a welcome packet, and we want to really acknowledge your presence and thank you for being here. So there's a couple people. Thank you.
Very nice.
We invite you to visit our newcomer center across the patio after the service and receive a free another gift. And also visit with us. And we're so blessed that you're here. Thank you. We hope you'll stay and visit after.
Connection cards are available in the newcomer welcome packet that you received and also in the seat pockets in front of you. These are for everyone. With this card, you may submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week.
And you may also share feedback or request information. Please place the card in the basket with the offering later in the service.
And for those of you viewing online, connection cards are available on the Watch Live page of our website. We have several activities to highlight this week.
When experiencing change, do you feel uncertain or anxious or depressed? Do you notice these feelings pulling you back into old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you? So join Carolyn Jansen this Wednesday, May 15th at 7 p.m. to experience HeartMath's cut-through process. This process helps us to release old patterns and beliefs by using the power of our hearts to heal our pain, our hurts, and our suffering. By releasing old patterns, we create the space for new solutions, new patterns, and new beliefs.
All right. Use some of that.
It's a good thing.
You are invited to a delightful afternoon of gratitude and camaraderie at our Volunteer Appreciation Tea Party next Sunday, May 19th, after the 11:30 service. Hopefully the day is just as beautiful as today. Our volunteers' dedication and generosity are woven into the fabric of our community, and it's time to celebrate. So we'll have a special ceremony, a variety of teas, of course, delicious savories, sweet surprises, and fun activities. Please join us if you volunteered in the past year so we can honor you. And on May 24th, bring a picnic to enjoy on the lawn and join us for a fun outdoor concert on Friday, May 24th. The 360s will be on the patio, bringing their rich harmonies to your favorite folk rock songs. Woohoo! You can save money by registering today for only $20. The price at the door will be $25. So you can register in the bookstore or on our website. That's right. Another fun time. And for more information and registration for all of our events, please see our website, and you may visit our welcome table on the patio as well.
And now, let us prepare for our time of meditation. Please join me in taking a conscious breath and affirming our statement of faith. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. We begin with music, followed by guided meditation and silence.
broken wing, I reach to fly. She carries me to the other side. She carries me. She carries me. She carries me to the other side. She carries me. She carries me. She carries me to the other side.
So let us breathe in this knowing. No matter what's going on in our lives, there is this presence of love that permeates our beings, our life, the world around us. Carries us through any difficulty, that underpins our joys and celebrations. It infuses and inspires us, encourages and supports us. It is that mother love, that love of the Great Mother. And as we come home to it in our hearts, begin to breathe in that loving presence. Returning perhaps even all the way back to our origin point, made of love, made from love. Whether we're aware or not, carried in this love at all times. As you begin to open your heart to this homecoming of love, you may discover that the Great Mother missed you as much as you missed her. So allow the joyous reunion to take place within you. The presence of, filled with, expanding in the very essence of love. Let her carry you deeper and deeper within your being. Let the love flow to the cells of your body, to still any busy or anxious thoughts. Let the love buoy your mood and emotions. Let it support you in every way. Let the love heal anything that needs to be healed. Enter the love. Allow the Great Mother love to carry you into the silence. As we prepare to move with and from the silence, we know that as we pick up activities of our day, this great love is with us. She carries you. She never lets you down. You are, in fact, always in the proverbial arms of the Mother. So let the love be known and felt, and let it carry you forward to the brightness of the days to come. And so it is.
Jazz. Oh, that's right. That's right. There we go. Earth Mother, I feel you under my feet. Sky Mother, you make the world complete. Leaf Mother, I feel the shade of your trees. Air Mother, your seeds sail on the breeze. My mother is inside of me. We will co-create and heal. Blessed be. Earth Mother,
That's a Joanne Finn original, by the way. Well, hello. I remember all you people. Yeah, you don't remember me. That's all right. We'll get reacquainted, Irene. And hello to everyone who's watching online and anybody who's outside. They must be somewhere else in the shade. So happy Mother's Day. Wow, this is such a big day, isn't it? Yeah, give yourselves a hand for being great mothers. So we want to honor everybody who plays this significant role in our world as mother, and that might be the way we classically think of mother, but you might identify yourself as a mother in some other way. So whoever identifies themselves as a mother, we invite you to stand now and receive our blessing. Together, let's bless the mamas. Mothers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine mother in you. And as the children do, psh, 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 extra blessings landing in your hearts. Truly, we are so grateful for our mothers, aren't we? Yeah. So this is also my first day back after a 3-month sabbatical for those of you who I might meeting for the first time. Yeah, it's good to be home. So throughout the week, this song was going through my mind, as songs often do. Anybody else have this thing that happens? Yeah. And so this one is by Kelly Hunt, the blues singer, and it's Back in the Saddle Again. And I realized after singing it for a little while that is a great analogy for Kelly, because she wrote it when she was getting back into the dating scene. And it is a horrible analogy for me. I have had some horseback riding. Actually, every horseback riding incident I've ever had has not gone well. In the earliest one, I was on a friend's horse in her backyard, and it bucked me onto the backyard. Luckily, there was yard and not just cement. In another occasion, we went out in a pasture, and her horse took off cantering, a word I didn't even know, and my saddle slid sideways as I cantered for the first time, as my horse cantered for the first time, and I was scared out of my mind. On another time, I went on a group ride, and the other horses kept biting at my ankles. And so I asked the leader, why are all the horses biting at my ankles? And they said, oh, we assigned you to the female horse that's in heat. Yeah. And that same ride, later, the leader's horse got stung by a bee, bucked her off, she fell off and had a concussion, and the rest of our horses rebelled wildly. They started bucking, and they all made this very fast beeline back to the stables, with all of us beginner riders holding on for dear life, So needless to say, I am not back in the saddle again. Probably never will be again. However, I am back in the circle again, and I'm very glad to be back in the circle. And to be here together celebrating mothers. Now that I think about it, those horse experiences are a lot like motherhood. Can you relate, moms? Bee stings, for one thing. Life moving, or your child moving faster than you feel like you can handle sometimes. Maybe sometimes feeling like you're getting thrown off. So things like this. Maybe even bites, I don't know. But this is one of the reasons why we appreciate our mothers so deeply, isn't it? The antics they put up with. The things you think about, the things you put your own mother through, right? The growing pains that occurred. And yet, they still stand by us. Now, I know this isn't everybody's experience. Mothers don't always show up the way that we need them to. But I bet if your own mother did not show up for you, that there's been a mother figure in your life who has. And so celebrate that person today. Maybe even wish them a happy Mother's Day, literally, or if they're in the ethers, out into the ethers. So, my mom's mom really believed in her. And so these mother figures in our lives might really believe in us, or mothers themselves. And she tells a story about how her mom believed in her abilities so much that sometimes it felt really exaggerated. Like this one time they were at this event, and my mom got up from the table to go to the bathroom, and my grandma says, "Are you going to go up on stage and sing now?" And my mom's like, "I don't even sing. No." But she passed this on to me. When I was 6 years old, I was over at my friends David and Tommy Linker's house across the street, and I told them that I wanted to be a doctor when I grew up. And they just instantly, both of them were rolling all over the floor, holding their bellies, laughing as hard as they could. When they finally revealed what was so funny, David yelled out, "Girls can't be doctors!" And I was so dejected. I was walking home what seemed like, the long, long plank from their front door to mine. And my shoulders were feeling heavier because I was thinking about the fact that I didn't know any women doctors. My doctor was a man. What other frame of reference did I really have? I was 6, right? So I get in the house, and I'm like walking over to my mom, and I'm thinking, I gotta know. I'm so hopeful, but I'm also a little afraid of her answer. And so I said, "Mom, can girls be doctors?" And then there was like this giant chasm of time. It was probably 1 or 2 seconds, right? But my whole future seemed to hinge upon her answer. And she said these magic words, "Honey, you can be whatever you want to be." Yay, Mom. And so, moms deliver for us, and sometimes they fall short too, right? When I came out to my mom, she was not quite as excited about me becoming anything I could be. The embrace wasn't quite the same as the idea of the doctor for some reason. And she said, actually, she could accept it. She said, "But I'll tell you where I'm going to put my foot down." She said, "I do not believe in 2 women raising children," kind of trouncing on my future prospects as a mother. As it turns out, for a variety of reasons, I didn't end up being a mother myself. But I did end up becoming something that I want to invite all of us into the possibility of. I became a godmother. And this has been such a rich experience. Whether we are literally a godmother to a child or we move into the essence and idea of what this can be, it is a very powerful promise. So the way that the poet Shalene, suddenly I forgot her last name, Harkin. Oh, yes, you know Shalene Harkin. Yeah, Susceptible to Light is the book I was gifted with by our dear Tyler, who loves poetry as much as I do. And she says in this poem, she invokes this idea of expanding the word mother. She says, "Expand the word mother. Let it encompass the hills, the morning, that which feeds you. Mother is much too big a word for one person to hold. Take it off her shoulders. Hand it to community. Warm baths, anything that soothes and restores. Healing is learning to know where to find the mother in her myriad forms, wherever, whenever you need her." So today we celebrate mothers, physical mothers, mothers who raised us, mothers in our greater world and in our lives, the great mother, the universal mother that permeates the universe, and the power of the innate divine feminine in all of us. So anyone can be a godmother, of any age, of any gender expression. If you prefer godfather or godparent or some other title, it's fine as long as you understand what the essence is of what we're saying yes to. You can be godmother to yourself, as well as to children, as well as to other adults, as well as to entire communities, the greater world. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What are some of the ways that godmothers show up? Well, the main idea of a godmother is that they support and nurture the spiritual life of a child. They also can support and nurture, of course, their own and others' spiritual life. Godmothers are wisdom keepers. They're available to listen deeply and at times share a poignant story or an observation that might be helpful to another. Godmothers are beholders and protectors of the unique soul expression of the other. They don't try to get them to twist and bend to be like them or the things that they're into, but they let that person or that child lead the way, or themselves, their truest selves, lead the way. Godmothers nurture our relationship with nature. They wander alongside us and even evoke more awe. Now, Grace, Brenly and I's goddaughter, actually lived with us a lot through her growing years. And every night, Grace and I, when she was a baby, would go outside and we'd look for the moon and we'd say goodnight to the moon. And to this day, she is the first one to spot the moon, and every time with the same level of joy. And so I like to think that I might have had a little influence there on nurturing that relationship with nature. There's so many things that we can do. Godmothers can step in when moms need a break, right? And they can invoke ceremony at those important passages of time, especially firsts, right? First words, first walking, first steps, first day of school, first day on the job, first love, first loss. All of those things, right, can be something that we honor, that we allow, coming of age, that we celebrate. Godmothers help us navigate our disappointments, and they help us keep our commitments. They help us hone our communication so that we can have healthy relationships and connections. Godmothers hold prayers for our well-being, and they have fun, and they spread joy. So what's behind all these ways of being? And it's not an exhaustive list, right? You probably have a lot that you could think of as well. But what's underneath it all is this idea of our innate divine feminine, the innate divine feminine in expression, in its balance with the masculine. And that's where what I really want to talk about a bit today, because I look around in our world, and I know you do too, and you experience whatever you experience in your everyday life, but you also hold this knowing, this expression, this observation of what's happening in the world today. And a lot of it is good, and a lot of it is worrisome, right? So there is really, I'll say more than a hunger, a kind of starvation that we have going on for the divine feminine energy. And our work is to help restore it so that that masculine feminine energy that is in every one of us, regardless of our gender expression, can come back into wholeness, so that our communities and our families can come back into wholeness, so that our world can be restored to its wholeness, to its rightful place, to the way it was intended to be. But how do we begin when we don't really even know what this thing is? We all pretty much know what the masculine is, right? It's doing. We're all familiar with that. It's form, it's physicality, it's intellect, it's action. We get that because we live and breathe it. We know it really well. But what is this feminine thing? In the film As She Is, Jerry Wenstrom, who's an artist and an author, gives this analogy that I think is really potent. He says that the masculine is like a star in the sky. It's all glitter and shine and gets all the attention. He said the feminine is like a black hole in space. Now that worries us, right? Makes us go, what? Which is exactly what I hope you would say. What? Let's see what he means by this. He says that a black hole We don't really notice it. We don't really pay attention to it, but it has this immense power. It has the power to consume a star or to recreate a new one. And so it's that power that we tend to overlook, that we tend to not notice, and then guess what happens when we get a glimpse of it? We go, oh, wow, that's big stuff. I don't know. I think I'd better try to control it. I think I'd better try to manage it or maybe even destroy it. And so what we do is we move this incredibly immense power of spirit and mystery of spirit into this small box that we feel like we can manage then. And what we do is we reduce it to half the population. We say, oh no, the feminine only belongs to the female. And then, well, we got to get a hold of that too. So let's reduce it further to just simply a physical expression, a prototype, like Barbie, for example. It's been a fabulous marketing campaign, hasn't it? And we have been following it and asleep to it for way too long. It's time we wake up. Remember when Oprah, after Me Too, said, "Time's up"? That's kind of how I feel. Is that how you feel? Time's up! So let's move into the new earth that Eckhart Tolle spoke about, that wrote about, that all of us know and feel and can vision and get little glimpses of and experiences of. But how do we go? Where do we go? Many of us now, even Barbie, are waking up. And so as we awaken, we recognize what's been valued. You know, what happens with the masculine energy or anything that's out of balance is it overcompensates, right? It overcompensates and then it overpowers. Because the masculine will value sometimes the individual over the collective when it's out of balance. And that's what we see a lot of, right? It will value competition over collaboration. It will bet on winning any day. Winning individually, winning the riches, winning the title, winning the status, before it would ever bet on the greater good. And what we then see as a result is the trampling of the sacredness of life. What we then see is poverty and war. And so the time is overdue for us to wake up to it and to allow ourselves then to return to kindle these characteristics within ourselves, to let them rise up, to let them become visible in the world, out of that place. Now, the black hole, this idea of the black hole, is very much like all the creation stories, particularly the one that many of us are familiar with from Genesis, right? Over the face of the deep, the black waters, the dark waters. And it's out of that all of creation came. And so why would we want to push that away, to hide that power that we have to co-create the next evolution? Because you know we're on the apex of that, right? You feel, we know this, right? These spiritual beings in this room, you guys are so advanced. You get it, you feel it, you know it, that we are on this apex of change, that the earth is evolving, and it will evolve with us or without us, but won't we help the process and become all that we can be and let the earth become all that she is meant to be by moving with it in the direction that is of wholeness and balance and using all the gifts we have available to us, including this power of creativity, this impulse to create, this sense of what is possible, this divine potential, this deep silence, this mystery of spirit that moves through space and us. And that's what we're tapping into when we say yes to this power that we have so long belittled, so long even tried to legislate, maim, kill, reducing, once again, the feminine to just the female body. It's so much more. So, these many characteristics of the feminine come forth from this idea I'm focusing on the spaciousness because so much comes forth from the spaciousness idea, right? So much is possible out of the spaciousness. So the collective spiritual call now is to embrace it, to allow it, to work with it, to let it be birthed and emerged into our world and our lives and all of our relations. And this call, it's not new. I know we always think we're on, this is it, right? We've never experienced this before. But these cycles are not new. They're just opportunities that come around again and again and again. And we've got a rich one at our fingertips now. But even 3,000 years ago in the Bible, there's a story of a young king who reached for his divine feminine and allowed her to be seen and known and ruled with that sense of balance between the masculine and the feminine. That young king was named Solomon. And when Solomon came into his rulership, he asked God for one thing: wisdom, to rule with fairness in the kingdom and wisdom. And God was so pleasantly surprised. Oh my God, can you imagine all the kings that have beseeched the king for riches and power and status? And he was like, whoa, this is a different kind of king. Or she, of course, or it. That energy of God said, I'm going to tell you what, Solomon, I will give you a full measure of wisdom, and I'm going to give you all the personal riches you could ever dream of as well, because you didn't ask. And Solomon then showed his wisdom over and over again. In one case, 2 women came to him, and they were fighting over this baby, both saying the baby was theirs. It's my baby. No, it's my baby. And it went on, this argument, and each of them, their stories about it. And Solomon just said, hold it, bring me my sword. Now this thing makes it sound like we're going down an out-of-balance masculine, right? But then he did that, not because he was going to commit some kind of gruesome act. He threatened he's going to cut the baby in 2, and they're going to each go off with half the baby. But he only did this because he knew that the true mother would immediately reveal herself. Because what would be so important to the true mother is that the baby remain whole, that the baby remain intact, that the baby remain in its purity, in its essence, more so even than her having possession of her own child. And so Solomon set it all up because he knew immediately the right mother would say, you have the child, don't harm her. And then Solomon said, give the baby to her, that's the mother. Now what we need today, let's pray for this, is more Solomons in leadership with her feminine intact. But we don't have to wait around for formal leaders to take place to catch up with what we already know in this room right now. Because we are all leaders and contributors to life. The power of the people, right, is here in each of us. And so it's how we decide to say, I'm waking up to that. I'm invoking that power. I'm allowing that power of the divine feminine to move and have its being in me so that I can be healed, so that I can become a whole being and I can contribute to the earth in such a way. So that critical mass can tip the scales at this apex of time in the Earth's evolution in this cycle and move toward what it is that we want to truly experience and know in our bright future. So, where do we go from here? As we call it forth, as we call forth this divine feminine, as we allow this divine feminine to come forth for us, it might be very much like what Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, how we do this. He said, if you bring forth what is within you will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. So what does it look like to bring forth this divine feminine energy in each of us and for all of us? Let's return to that spaciousness, that beingness, that willingness to enter the deep silence, to dance with the mystery of spirit. What does that look like? It looks like befriending the unknown, being willing to open ourselves and to be led, allowing ourselves to be loved as we are truly loved. I don't think we have a clue how much we are loved by this permeating universal mother energy. It's available to us at all times. It's the allness that we talk about in our first principle, and that second principle, the eachness in all of us. And so it's that work that we are constantly with. Your presence is such a gift here. Do you know that? Presence is a feminine quality. Just being here, showing up. We have a young mother who comes to the 9:30 service, and she just recently had her second baby. She told me last week, she said, "I want you to know I came here every Sunday you were gone." Why did she tell me that? Because she saw that she was offering her gift of presence to this community during this time, that she was holding space, that she was contributing herself, her attention, her energy. And see, what happens is we offer that, and out of that presence then comes the masculine action. Out of that presence, we might also serve. We might also financially contribute to help take care of our community. That's how it looks when it works together in such a whole way, these energies. So I want to just thank you all for showing up. Showing up today, for many of you showing up and holding space throughout this time, being godmothers to our community. And to continue that, nothing stops now. In fact, we enhance this with each other, working side by side together by saying yes to this call to become a godmother, this call to bring forth the divine feminine in ourselves and in our world. Godmother, an expansion of the word mother. Shalene Harkins says, she begins that poem again, expand the word mother. Mother is much too big a word for one person to hold. Take it off her shoulders. Hand it to community. That's what we did the last 3 months. That's what you did. That's what you did. And I am so grateful that you have the kind of maturity to understand the power of the gift in which you have given, not just me, but all of us, by saying yes to this journey together, by going in blindly, by embracing the unknown. Who's going to come and speak? Are they going to be horrible? Should I show up? How's it going to be? How are things going to run? It's different, right? I'm not saying this is so important for me. I'm just saying there's a role that you're used to, and that person has been removed from the role. What's going to happen? How's it going to go? I'm sure there were some of those feelings. And yet, you showed up. You gave. You served. You brought your presence. You held space. You prayed. You affirmed. You blessed. And helped us tap a deeper divine potential for our community going forward. This is nothing small that has happened here. In the outer, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I left for 3 months, big deal. But what's powerful is that we fully engaged the gift that was offered. John Rexroth said it beautifully this week, and he gave me permission to paraphrase him. He said, before you left, we were doing a pretty good job of moving from a minister-centric ministry to a mission-centric one. It's sort of the lingo in the wider world of ministry that a healthy ministry is one that is based on the mission and the people and the community, not just based on the minister. And so he was speaking to this idea that we were already doing pretty good moving toward it. But he said, it took you going away for us to really experience it. to feel the shift and to know that we got this together in the circle, the wider circle. So I'm definitely not back in the saddle, but I am back in the circle. So perhaps our new project together then can be becoming godmothers in our community, becoming godmothers to the children of our community, to each other, to ourselves, to remembering the power of this immense divine feminine energy that we just sort of leave there floating out in space somewhere, that's just waiting for us to recognize it and to not run from it or try to control it or destroy it, but instead to go, wow, there's something there, to get curious about it, to inquire, to invite and invoke and allow. So as we become these godmothers, encouragers, blessers, space holders, upholders of this sacred, lovers of life, protectors of life, all these ways that we might show up in this way. We make the community stronger, we make our lives better, and we make the world a more fertile place to rebirth itself into exactly what we would love to experience. So just as Solomon was blessed with way more than he asked for, you too, and all of us, when you say yes to this, will be blessed with much more than we might have asked for. Certainly a more refined sense of purpose, a joy of experiencing our wholeness, and many things yet to be named and experienced. So I want to invite you to intend with me together this idea of Godmother and the restoration of the divine feminine on earth. We need you. We need each other, and the earth needs us. So let's speak it together. I am a godmother to myself, children, and all life forms. I am restoring the divine feminine for all. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Kristen. We welcome you back, and we are so blessed that you're here. And thank you for that wonderful message. And you always make me cry, and you did it again today. So thank you.
Our prayer chaplains are available after the service to provide personal prayer support. If you are a prayer chaplain serving today, please stand. Our prayer chaplains wear the lavender stoles.
Whether you have a joy or concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful opportunity to have your intentions raised up in consciousness.
All right, now let's open our hearts to the practice of giving.
Woohoo!
I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation. Right? As we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation. Abundance is our true nature.
And for your convenience, there are a variety of ways to financially give to this community, shown on the screen. And for those of you watching online, there is a donate button on the Watch Live page. We encourage everyone to avoid bank fees using the apps charge by setting up automatic giving to Unity through your bank's bill pay system.
Yeah, that is a handful, isn't it? I invite you to take your gift, your tithe, your offering, your good thoughts, your warm heart feelings, bring them all together, and repeat our affirmation with me. Divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful.
And so it is.
fun to listen to you play guitar together as well as sing, isn't it? So speaking of gifts in our community, I want to circle back to those speakers. Wasn't that a fabulous spring series? Yeah, big thanks to our speakers. I guess nobody's in the house right now. Some of them at 9:30. Bob is in the house. Thank you, Bob. And there were several people at 9:30, and yeah, just so grateful for our guests as well as our internal speakers who stepped up. So, and that is just one of the many, many amazing gifts here at Unity, isn't it? So let's bless this goodness in all of its myriad of ways, including the financial prosperity that we hold here, knowing it is a symbol of energy, of multiplying energy that supports us in every way in this community. So let's bless it together. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now. So it is.
Let's bring in the kids.
All right, kiddos.
We are a circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in me are one. The light in you and the light in me are one. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day. Who would like to share what we're up to today? Yeah, Evie. Oh, and then Ella, okay? All right.
We have like a love donation over there at the patio.
Nice.
Doing the plants.
That's right. We are selling plants and flowers and some other things at the table on the patio, and it's all for a love donation. So that means whatever you feel like you'd like to give, it will benefit our youth program. And these kids have worked so hard for the last few weeks painting the flower pots and today planting the beautiful flowers. We want to thank all of our helpers today. Without them, it makes it so much fun when we have a good ratio of grown-ups and kids. And today was like perfect. It was so fun and just lovely back there. And you're going to feel that energy in these plants. You're going to feel the blessings and the really good energy that these kids put in there for all of you. So we hope to see you on the patio in just a couple minutes.
Well, I'm so glad to hear the mother of our program, of our children and our families, is getting support. It takes a village, right? Well, let's bless our children, our teachers, and our youth together. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you. And you three mothers, we blessed you when earlier while you were over there, but I hope you felt the energy. We even did the psh, psh, psh.
All right, and we're going to close with Wherever I Am. Please rise in body or in spirit. If you like to hold hands, put them out for people. And you can also take this in through your heart. Here we go. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. And all is well.
You are the light and the love and the divine feminine presence on earth right now. So let your light shine. Have fun and spread joy. Thank you.